Hi everyone, my name is Millie and welcome to Olive and Winnie. I am the founder of Olive and Winnie and we are an on-demand platform that offers online Pilates, yoga asana, strength and conditioning, meditation, breathwork and psychology classes. We really believe in holistic health, so that balance in life, that healthy lifestyle where your mind and your body is prioritized. And it's about having the balance between those classes that energize you, that bring you up, as well as those classes that help you slow everything down and just be a bit more present, calm the nervous system. So we really do believe in that balance of life. Today, I'm going to take you through a flow Pilates class, and this is one of our signature class styles. It's probably our most popular Pilates class style, and it's called a flow Pilates class because we're going to flow seamlessly from one exercise to the other. It's going to be full body today, and this continuous flow is going to make it challenging but also relaxing for you. So I really hope you enjoy. I will offer modifications and progressions when I can, but please feel free to take breaks if you need to. So when you're ready, we're going to start on our back. Also, one last thing, if you would like to, we do have a Spotify playlist that is designed specifically for this class, so the pacing will be in time to the music slightly. So feel free to pop that on if it helps, but your own music is also fine, or no music is fine as well. So when you're ready, just coming onto your back, and we're just going to start with your legs wherever you want them. So your legs could be long, your legs could be in towards your chest. Your knees could be together, apart, whatever feels good. And just starting to really feel those shoulders pressing down into the mat. A moment to just slow the breath down, maybe closing the eyes down. And sometimes we can go a long time without taking proper deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling out through your mouth. Good, just bringing the hands onto the outer ribs as we breathe in, feeling those ribs expand. As we breathe out through the mouth, feeling those ribs come together. Good, last two here. Good, last one. Exhale, release. Arms are going to press down by your side. We're just going to quickly turn the toes in. If your big toes touch, you're in a good place. If not, you need to bring them closer together. We're going to take a nice long breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, just start to tuck the tailbone under, and we're going to slowly lift those hips all the way up into our first shoulder bridge, mobilizing into the spine, warming up. Deep breath in at the top. And exhale, use the abs to slowly roll down, releasing each vertebra as you roll down. Good, we're going to start to add the arms in as well. So as we lift up, starting to sweep those arms all the way up, squeezing into those glutes. If you can, trying to match my breath pattern. If not, just keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. It's not the end of the world and it will come with time. Good, so I'm exhaling on the way up. I'm inhaling at the top and I'm exhaling on the way down. On the next one, we're going to pause at the top, holding up nice and high. Starting to reach the arms back as we exhale, feeling that stretch through the shoulders, but also trying to keep those abs in. So tempting here is to flare the ribs. Try and really draw those abs in, so ribs to hips slightly. And to get more challenge here, you're going to tilt your pubic bone towards your nose. And we're going to imagine that we're trying to drag the heels back towards the bum to get those hamstrings working. Last cue, you're going to press your big toes down to get those inner thighs working. Good, last two here. Last one, holding those arms overhead, palms facing up. You're going to lift up your heels as we exhale. Inhale, lower the heels down. Good, last two here. Last one, holding those heels lifted, take a breath in. Super slowly, we're gonna roll that spine all the way down, feeling that nice stretch through the upper back. Releasing your pelvis down, trying to settle the ribs down so we're not flaring. Dropping the heels down, take a breath in. As we exhale, start to sweep the arms forward, curling the head and chest up. Good, we're gonna interlace the hands behind our head here. And then as we inhale, lowering the head and chest down. As we exhale, curling up. Now try and here, really get those ribs moving to the hips. Try not to curl the lower back too much into the mat. So everything's trying to stay nice and still to get the most out of those abs. On the next one, we're gonna hold that head and chest lifted. And we're just gonna start to really scoop those abs in. So belly button to spine. Start to lift one leg at a time to tabletop. Squeezing the legs together, active through those abs. Now we're gonna continue with those curl ups. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, curling up. Try keep that lower back nice and still, so we're not moving around. A little bit more challenging with those legs lifted. You can always modify it by bringing those feet back down. Last one of these, we're gonna hold that head and chest lifted, and then we're gonna start to reach through those arms. Can you curl an inch higher? Starting to pulse the arms up and down. Imagine you've got bouncy balls underneath your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the legs there. Slowly we lower all the way down, palms facing in. So head and chest down, legs stay lifted. As we exhale, we're going to reach those arms overhead. Now this might not feel like much to start with, but I'm going to talk through how we're going to really feel this. Inhale, lift the arms back up. So as you reach those arms overhead, it's tempting for your ribs to really let go from the floor. So try and keep them there to keep those abs working for us. Good. Now from here, we're going to add in the legs at the same time. So this is more core work. So as we exhale, reaching out. So rather than crunching into the abs, we're working those abs in a lengthened position. So we're taking that weight away from our center. The abs aren't crunching, but they're having to work so hard. Good. Last 2 here. Last one. Legs back to tabletop. We're going to lower the arms to a T position, palms facing up. Modification, feet can be down on the floor. As we inhale, the legs are going to come over to one side just slightly. Allow the opposite hip to lift. Exhale back to the center. Inhale to the other side. Trying to keep both shoulders down, thinking of wrapping back with the opposite rib. If you would like to add more challenge, we're going to start to stretch the legs out once we are round to the side. We come back to tabletop and round again. Modification can be feet down. Just rocking the knees side to side. Good. Last one of these. Good, finding that tabletop position. Now from here, interlacing those hands one more time, curl the head and chest up. We're going to start to stretch both legs or one leg if it's too much. And then we're going to lower the head and chest down. 10 seconds of these. Coming back to those same cues, so making sure that we are not overusing the neck. We're using the ribs to go towards the hips to really get those abs switched on. Making sure that we're not flaring the ribs on the way down. So coming back to those arm reaches we did. So abs can work in the shortened position as well as the lengthened. Good, last one of these. Now, if you would like to take less challenge, legs stay here. More challenge, we're gonna reach the arms and the legs out. We're gonna pulse the arms if that feels good. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Can you breathe into the back a little more? We haven't got much space through the front, so really breathing into the back. Good for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly lower one leg down and the other. Lowering the head and chest down, taking a full body stretch. Just allow the ribs to flare for a second. Deep breath in. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna roll over onto our right side. And you're just going to rest your head on your arm, and our body is going to be nice and long. If you need any cushioning, feel free to grab it for your hip. Top hand can be in front of us. We're going to exhale as we lift the top leg up, inhale as we lower. Now, as you're getting moving, just start to think about what's happening with your waist. So ideally, I'd love your waist to be lifting from the mat slightly. So pulling that bottom waist in and up. So maybe creating a little mouse hole, maybe not, but just nice and active through that bottom waist. Now with this one, we want to make sure that we aren't lifting our legs so high that the hip flexor starts to switch on. So only lifting as high as you can keep it in your bum. Now, some of you might struggle to feel the glutes here. So if that's you, you're going to bend your bottom leg and then think of reaching the top leg back a bit more to activate into that glute. Good, we've got 10 more seconds of these leg lifts. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the leg lifted. Now we're going to lift the leg as high as we can, start to use the hip flexor. We're going to flex the foot to lower, reminder to lift that bottom waist. So a little bit of momentum this time, so opposite to what I've just said for the other side. So this time we're using all those lovely muscles around our hip together rather than trying to isolate out the glutes. Good, it's a nice mobility one for the hip as well. Good, let's go for 10 seconds here. Maybe starting to feel that heart rate increase as well. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to pause with that leg lifted as high as we can. Feel that stretch, feel that work. Good, then start to flex the foot lower down. Now we want it back in the glute again, so maybe reaching that heel backwards slightly. We're going to go up an inch and down an inch. 10 seconds here, guys. Doing super well. Bottom waist pulls in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way down from here. Amazing. Okay, so from here we're going to roll onto our back. Your arms are going to press down by your sides again. I definitely wore the wrong hairstyle today, so just ignore the slightly lifted head. Okay, so feet are coming inwards. Just checking our foot position again. So turn those toes in. If your big toes touch, you're in a good place. If not, come closer together and then back to parallel. Take a breath in, a minute to slow down. Exhale, start to tuck the pelvis under. Now we will feel slightly uneven here. One side has done the work, the other side hasn't. Just pausing at the top. Reminder of our cues, so ribs to hips, abs working, pubic bone to nose, glutes working, big toes pressing for the inner thighs, and hamstrings, we're going to dig those heels in and back slightly. Good, now from here we're going to start to take the weight into our left leg. Your big toe on the left side needs to work hard to press down so that that knee stays in line with the hip. Your right leg is going to fold into tabletop. Stay lifted. We're going to tap that right foot down as we inhale. Exhale, lift. Keep those hips as still as you can. Good, if you want more challenge, we're going to straighten out and we're going to flex on the way up, point on the way down. Good, wherever you are, we're just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Can we lift any higher through that left hip? 5, 4, 3, 2, pause with the leg in tabletop, pulse the hips up and down, squeezing into that glute. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze, take a breath in. As we exhale, lower the hips down, but keep the right leg in tabletop. Good, we're going to start to curl the head and chest up, taking the hands onto our right shin. Your left leg is going to start to stretch out. We're going to switch the legs over. Now coming back to those cues about the abs, ribs to hips. Good, press your shin into your hands to get those abs to work harder for us. We're creating our own resistance. Keep the breath going. Good, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, finish with the right leg in our hands, lower the head and chest down, left leg is going to bend again. Take a moment to stretch out that hip. Breath in. Release, good, legs to tabletop, or leg to tabletop, sorry. Arms pressed down. Start to lift up into that single leg again. Start to reach that leg up to the ceiling. We're going to go for a second set of pulses. You've got this. If you need to modify, bend the knee. Good, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, super slowly we roll that spine down. Keep that right leg straight up to the ceiling. Good, curl the head and chest up. Hands are gonna come behind our right calf. Now keep the ribs down, try not to lift too high. Opposite leg is gonna lift. Good, start to pulse in and switch. It also feels good on the left leg, which just did lots of hamstring work. Keep the breath going. Modification, head can go down, you could just do the legs. Good, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs are gonna lower down. We're gonna reach up through the arms, take a breath in, squeeze the legs together, and exhale, we roll all the way up and over, reaching over. Take a breath in, and exhale, sitting up from here. Nice, guys. Okay, so we're going to flip round onto our other side. So we're lying on our left side, reaching our arm out and lying down. Now matching up to whatever you did on the other side. So either both legs are long, or you're going to bend the bottom leg forward, top leg out, whatever worked for you. Top hand is in front, bottom waist in. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Good, trying to isolate this into the glutes. So if you're not feeling your bum after a few reps, you try and bend the bottom leg and you can reach your top leg back a little bit more. Other things to try could be changing your foot position to a relaxed foot or a flexed foot. Good, guys, 10 seconds of these. Keep the breath nice and long and slow. Good, holding it here. We're gonna lift as high as we can, flex to lower. Use that momentum, use that hip flexor as well, so everything is working together. 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that leg as high as you can. Feel that strength. Flex the foot to go halfway down. Reach that heel back slightly. We're going up an inch and down an inch. Bottom waist pulls in to help us balance. Good, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering all the way down. Amazing, guys. We're going to roll onto our back. Arms are pressing down by our sides. Just check your foot position, and then we're going to slowly start to roll those hips up, coming back to our form. Ribs in slightly, pubic bone to nose. Arms press. Good, from here the right leg takes the weight, left leg to tabletop. Take a moment to settle down, take a moment to press that right big toe. Inhale, we tap. Exhale, we lift. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling my right hamstring so much here. It's cramping, so I'm with you. Can we lift any higher? Good, last 2 here. Last one, hold it lifted, start to pulse those hips up, squeezing. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that squeeze, slowly lower down. Good, now this time your hands are going to interlace behind your head, curl up. Start to reach the opposite leg. We're going to rotate towards the bent knee. Now I want you to keep this slow and controlled. Start to switch. So think of the opposite shoulder blade lifting off the mat, and then the other one is sinking down into the mat. Finding that rotation through the torso. Lower abs are working as we take those legs away from our center. Our legs are heavier for our abs. Good, last 2 here. Finishing with that left leg in tabletop. Good, lowering the right leg down, arms by our sides. Start to lift all the way up. Find that form. Extending if we did on the other side. We're going to point and flex. Good, holding it lifted, we pulse. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze, take a breath in, exhale, slowly roll down. Good, curling the head and chest up. Hands behind the calf, start to reach, switch it over. Again, it feels so nice on the leg that has just worked. Try not to lift up too much. That's going to make it too easy for the abs. We want that curl up from the chest, but ribs down. Pressing the calf into the hands, find that resistance. 5, 4, 3, 2, both legs down, squeeze together. Take a breath in. If you need to use your hands, you can. Exhale, we lift up. Reaching up and over the toes, shoulders back. Breath in, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, back. Gosh, I'm finding this hard today. We've got this though. If you can't go all the way down, then just go halfway and then lift back up. I'll show you what I mean on the next one. If we're going all the way down, we focus on that rib flare at the bottom as well. Good, if we're going halfway down, follow along with me on this next one. Still focusing on squeezing, we stop wherever feels good, and then we're going back up. Good, last one of these, wherever you're going to, whether it's the full roll up or the half roll up. If you get there sooner than me, take a nice full body stretch over the toes. Good, take a nice inhale here. Exhale, let's sit up nice and tall. Amazing, guys. We're gonna come into a 4-point kneeling position from here. Good, we're just gonna come down onto our forearms to start with. Our left leg is going to extend behind us. Your right waist pulls into your spine. I'll get us moving first, then I'll talk us through the cues. Exhale, we're gonna lift and lengthen. Inhale to tap down. So when I said right waist in towards your spine, try and think of kind of tightening up a belt around our waist, particularly from the right side. And that's to try and keep your right thigh vertical rather than coming out to the side too much. You also want to make sure that your left hip doesn't lift too high. That's also going to make it easier to keep the thigh vertical. And ideally, your hands are going to stay in line with your elbows rather than together. Just keeps your shoulders in a nicer position. As we're lifting, can we think of lengthening through the back of our leg to really get that left side to switch on? Our leg is not particularly heavy for our glute to lift, so we need to find that resistance by reaching, lengthening. Last one, holding it lifted here. Little pulses up and down, squeezing that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2. Flex your foot, hamstring curl in. We're going to pulse up and squeeze. Losing my train of thought there because I'm finding this really hard today. We got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to extend that leg all the way out, tuck through the toes and just press the ball of the foot down and away. Good, we're going to lift up onto our hands stacked underneath the shoulders. And as you exhale, start to push into your hands as your knee comes into your chest, curling up. You're going to place your shin down and then start to lift and lengthen through the back of the leg. Tucking the toes, we're lifting and squeezing the core in, shoulders work as well. Good, finding that nice neutral spine as we lift the leg, and then that C-curve spine as we lift the knee. For this one, because we need lots of exhales, because we're doing lots of challenging stuff, just try and keep breathing in and out. So don't worry too much about when you're breathing. Just keep your breath nice and long and consistent. Good, last one of these, we're gonna hold that knee, drive up, rounding the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, three-legged dog, lift the leg up to the ceiling, holding this here, breath in. Exhale, find your full plank, bring the knees forward, or the knee forward. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, forward. Last 2 here. Good, last one, we're gonna bring that leg all the way forward and you're just gonna start to drop that leg down into a pigeon stretch. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you could bend the back leg as well, or you could find any other stretch that works for you. Good, you could keep your chest lifted or lowered, whatever feels good for you today. A moment to slow the breath down. Good, it's super stormy outside today, so it's nice and cozy being in here with you guys. But sorry if you can hear the wind rattling around. Good, hands are going to come underneath our shoulders, tucking through the toes and stepping back into a downward dog. Taking that nice stretch through the back of the legs. Good, slowing the breath down. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to rise up onto the tiptoes. We're going to ripple forward, finding that C-curve shape again, and then coming into that flat back 2 more times. Hips to the ceiling super slowly. Rising up. Good, last one. Good, all the way forward, finding that full plank. Take a breath in. As we exhale, knees come down, forearms come down, stay parallel. Right leg extends, we exhale to lift and lengthen. Inhale, tap down. Left waist pulls in towards your spine. Good, holding it here nice and lifted, pulsing up and down. And then curling in, we're going to pulse up, squeeze and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, tucking through the toes of the back foot. We're going to lift up here, press away for a moment, and then exhale round. Inhale, plant the foot down or the shin down, lift and lengthen into this flat back and round back. Amazing, guys. We are almost there. Hopefully starting to really feel nice and strong, empowered, maybe calm and energized as well. Last one of these. Holding that 3-legged plank. 3, 2, 3-legged dog. Good. We're going to bring that knee through. Find your plank and lift. Good. Last 2 here. Last one. Good, bringing that leg all the way through, finding whatever stretch you found on the other side, and just starting to slow that breath down again. Good, we also have a few different Pilates styles on our platform as well. So this is our flow Pilates. We also have an energized Pilates. To be honest, this feels not too different from an energized today. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I'm finding this quite challenging. So the energized is slightly faster pace. It's going to get that heart rate up quite a lot. And then our stretch Pilates as well. We also have a few series as well. So kind of mastering the fundamentals, moving with the seasons, about slowing down in winter, getting the energy up in summer. Good, last breath in here. Hands are going to come down. We're going to try and see if we can tuck the back foot and move into a full plank. If you need to get there any other way, you can do. Taking a breath in here. As we exhale, drop the knees down. We should be on this slight elevation. And we're going to slowly lower down onto our front. Good, releasing our feet down. Arms are just down to the sides. Start to press into the forearms, lifting the back of the head and the chest up as we inhale. As we exhale, we lower down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Maybe seeing if you can get any more height without compromising the lower back. So if you need to, you go lower, absolutely no problem. Last breath in here. Exhale, let's lower down, tucking the toes, hands down, lifting to our plank. Slowly, slowly lift those hips to our down dog. Press the heels down. You might have heard my ankles click there. Breath in and exhale. Start to walk those hands back towards your feet, landing the heels down, taking a moment to hang. And as we exhale, slowly roll and restack. Reach up through the arms. Good, just sliding the hands behind the head. We're going to look up to the ceiling and then looking forward and rounding. Just working into everything we've worked so far today. Good, last one, opening up that chest. Start to extend those arms upwards. Palms of the hands can come together as we exhale. And we are all done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this flow class. Please let me know how you found it. And please do take a look at the website as well to see what we can offer you. Thank you so much, guys. Nice to have you.